Hi everybody, this is Jeff Mazzeo, CMO at Scitara. I want to apologize up front. I haven't made a video for quite a while now, but I do have a very good excuse. This is the first week of October, and I've just spent the previous month of September more than half of the time in Europe. The first part of which was a great vacation that I did in Belgium in early September, which was a wonderful vacation. Got to see some great cities, got to drink a lot of great Belgian beer. And more importantly, I got to connect and have dinner with some old colleagues from my waters days, which was really wonderful. And then after coming home for a week, I then went back to Europe the last week of September, to attend the Lab of the Future event in Amsterdam, which was a phenomenal event. About 350 people attended. Had a great opportunity to talk to a lot of different customers and partners of Scitara about lab digital transformation and what it holds. Just as a side note, one of the things that was a big theme coming out of the Lab of the Future is that lab digital transformation is as much about technology, of course, but it's even more so about people and the need for change management. So that was a really big theme in a lot of the talks from customers that, you have to really factor that into your Lab of the Future program. So since I've done my last video, we actually did another poll. This was a poll where we asked about which type of instruments would provide the most value to you if you were able to digitally integrate them with other assets in your laboratory. And so the four types of instruments that were given as potential answers were enterprise instrument systems. So this would be something like a chromatography data system, for example. File-based instruments, and there's a lot of them out there, all kinds of different instruments that basically just have a PC and produce a file. Serial devices, which is going to be things like a pH meter or a balance, and then streaming systems like temperature and humidity. So what we asked was, of those four classes, which one would provide the greatest value to your laboratory if you could digitally integrate them with other assets in your laboratory? By eliminating errors and manual transcriptions and all the things that we've talked about in previous videos. So there was actually a tie for the top answer. The two that came out on top were enterprise instrument-based systems, and then file-based instruments. They both came out at 36%. So 2/3 of the answers were those. In terms of how Scitara connects to them, let's first talk about the enterprise instrument system. So the beauty of that is that most of those, enterprise systems have a SDK or an API where we can build a connector which provides a real rich amount of metadata as well as results data that we can get and then extract out and send on to your ELN and your LIMS. So that's how we connect to them, and each one of those we have a connector for. File-based instruments, the beauty there is that with a single connector, what we call the Windows File connector, we can connect to any file-based instrument. We just take the results into the file, we parse out the results that are needed and send them off to wherever it needs to go. So single connector, connect to all of them. The third answer that was chosen was serial devices, so balances and pH meters. That was about 21% of the respondents. Again, the benefit of our approach is that with a single connector, what we call the serial device connector, we can connect to any pH meter or balance very, very easily and get those results. And then the lowest answer was with the streaming devices. That was less than 10%. Again, that we tend to use, a lot of that is based on OPC, for example, so we would use that connector to get that information. Across all four categories of instruments, Scitara has a solution, and we would certainly love to talk to you about how we can help you to digitally integrate everything in your laboratory so that you can really get the benefits of a Lab of the Future or a lab digital transformation. So once again, this is Jeff Mazzeo. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to these videos, and I'll look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks.